Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to Spotify, Apple, YouTube podcast, wherever you are watching or listening to this from. Alhamdulillah, I'm extremely blessed and grateful to be here today, starting on with season 3. Yeah, so season 3. I have today, I guess, with me a friend, Owais. Listen, guys, before I pass it to him or tell him anything about him, this bro was supposed to be actually the second guest from the very beginning. I've been trying to get you to get on. Obviously, I understand the excuse of why you didn't get here, but alhamdulillah, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over. You can go ahead and introduce yourself before we get started on this podcast.
Wa alaikum salam, bro. What is good, man? Hope you're doing good. And to be honest, man, you're actually right. This guy, Darren, he called me multiple times for be the first or second guest for the podcast, and I didn't pull up because I live far away. I live like 120 kilometers away from Dubai. So
now tell them which part of the UAE, because many people don't know. This is actually one of the Emirates.
Yeah,
this is the quietest Emirates.
I think I'm the only one from this Emirates to come for a podcast, like Hijrah.
Yeah, big up Fujairah, man.
Fujairah,
big up
broski.
Fujairah in the house.
So it's been a far, bro. It's like 120 kilometers away. But anyways, here we are, about to drop some sauce today for you.
Yeah, drop the sauce. We're gonna Aura farm. That's what we're Aura farming today.
We can farm everything, bro, today.
Aura farming.
Anyway,
All right. So go ahead, tell us how long you've been in Dubai. Tell us what you do and everything like that.
All right. So my name is Mohammed Owais, and I'm a 20-year entrepreneur. Built a media company, scaling to 6 figures. Going to be doing 6 figures this year.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it didn't start this way, bro. I come from a very middle-class family, single mother. You know, I grew up without a father figure in my family. You know, things were tough. I had to go through by myself, you know, take care of my mom. I come from the trenches, bro. You know, people see the lifestyle that I post. They see all the watches. They see the cars. Okay, you know, I have fun, but nobody knows the story, bro. I come from the dead trenches. I know I was almost homeless. Bro, I was flipping, you know, those oil gallons to this, you know, junkyard items. I would like flip it for money. So I was like dead broke. I had zero money in my pocket, started from zero, and now I'm, you know, scaling it, my media company to 6 figures. So I came here since, you know, originally I'm from UK, right? So me and my mom, we migrated to Dubai when I was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom had to work multiple jobs, tutoring kids, being a school teacher to raise me the kind of man I am today. And she worked so hard to grow, you know, to be where I am today. Supported me all the way around. And, you know, it was tough, right? It was tough. I came here when I was 2 years old, as I said. And I did go back a few times to London, visited there, but I came back here. But long story short, I come from the trenches. No lavish upbringings, no father figure. I just had to make my way through to the top. Yeah. Although I'm not at the top yet, but I'm just making my way there. I was suicidal at some point. You know, I couldn't sleep. I was depressed. But there's a favorite verse in the Quran that I like, that with every hardship there is ease. So I understood that. I say, hey, I'm going through hardship. I'm going through pain. I'm going through sufferings. But there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel.
100%. So were you always in the Fujairah, or were you in Dubai at any point?
No, I've never been to Dubai. Like I straight away went from like UK, because my grandparents, they reside in Fujairah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we landed, and that's where I grew up in the old city. No, you know, like no like-minded people like my entrepreneurs and all those of things, because we have a lot of people right in Dubai. Shout out to Dubai for
big shout out
attracting these kind of entrepreneurs. They're nobody. Like literally, you're going to find like 1 in 1,000, 1 in 100, bro. So to me, even to come for this podcast, I think is a big deal for me.
Yeah. And the ayat that you were talking about in the Quran is A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Fa inna ma'al usri yusra.
Yeah.
Inna ma'al usri yusra. Yeah. That's a beautiful ayat.
Yeah.
2 ayats.
And there's also one Quran. That's my second favorite verse in the Quran that says, they plan, Allah also plans, and Allah is the best of planners. So
like this, we didn't even plan.
We did not even need to, bro. I just came here to drop some sauce for you today.
No, tell the truth. We didn't plan this. Actually, there was something else that happened before.
Unscripted, by the way.
Unscripted. How you were supposed to. We were supposed to meet at 2 here. Actually, supposed to meet here at 2. Then we got late. Then we went for a food blog shoot. and then we ended up coming back doing a podcast. We never imagined. I didn't know that season 3 was actually going to start today. I posted it on my Instagram, but I didn't really know that what it was going to actually really start. So tell me a little bit now about the marketing agency.
So yeah, what I do right now.
Yeah. What you doing now? Like, because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people want to know about like potential job avenues and things like that here.
What I do basically is I run a content creation agency. So we basically are the supply chain for the content. There are agencies, there are companies, there are supply chain for the product, from idea generation to supplying the product to manufacturing the product, etc.
Yeah.
We are the same thing, but for content. We come from the idea, we do generate the idea generation for you. We do scripting, we do editing. We make sure that those, by the way, we script videos that goes viral, right? Not like other people. I can actually show the proof, by the way. I just showed you.
No, we saw it earlier.
Yeah.
You can tag the proof in the video. Yeah.
Hit millions of views. Why? Because I know my game, bro.
Yeah.
Right? So all these guys are coming up and they're like, oh, we script videos, we do idea generation. I've seen multiple ads, bro. I on scroll Instagram, you see multiple ads. This agency, but I don't offer my service in UAE, in Dubai. I offer it abroad.
Where specifically?
In the United States, basically real estate agents in US. So we generate millions of views, bro. And that's the reason they come back to me and we work together for a long, long time. I have one of my clients, bro. We are working with him like 2 years now. Why? Because we know the game. We come with idea generation that does well. Not just ChatGPT, bro. Because a lot of people, they go in ChatGPT, they say, give me the ideas for the video. That ain't going to work, bro. It might give you ideas, but that's not going to give you views. Remember that. Yeah. So we're going to, what we do is just, we just, go through scour the internet, see what topic does the best. We do research, and then we come up with idea generation. We do scripting, we do editing, long form, short form, clip it out with multiple short form content. And that hit, bro. I just showed you behind the scenes. Usually 50K, 100K views, bro, easily. Why? Because I studied the game. I've been in the content space when I was 17 years old. In fact, that was one of the things I pursued. Did marketing agency, failed. Did e-commerce, failed. And this is what I was like, you know what? I'm going to master content because future is content. AI and content is going to take over. Yeah. You can argue everything, bro. Drop shipping, e-commerce, AI and content is going to take over. Remember that.
So look, you said you were 20.
Yeah.
I thought you were older because you're more mature. Honestly, I thought you were older, but we're not going to talk about the other friend. But this is amazing. I think you're probably the youngest person I've had on the podcast. If you're the youngest.
Yeah.
And I'm probably the oldest person you've done a podcast with.
for now.
Nah, but so I agree with you. I do believe that the future is content and AI. Now, you said a lot of people are using AI and they're just chat GPT and this and that. What can you say good about the chat GPT that you have used that benefits you? Because some people using it, but what are the best ways to use it?
ChatGPT is the tip of the iceberg of AI.
It's the tip, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind, like down this iceberg. So if you're using ChatGPT and thinking you're top of the world, bro, you're mistaken, bro. Because I can go on ChatGPT and say, hey, give me 10 YouTube video ideas. Okay, cool. That's going to give you video ideas, but does it going to perform well? Not probably. Like, it's not going to give you the best views, but it's going to give you video ideas, right? What we do is, this is the idea. You have to scour the internet to find the idea. So for example, going to Quora.com, going to Reddit, going to Discord, see what's the pain point of people, right? And make a content around it. If you do these three things, it may sound simple, bro, but when you put in the work, it takes hours of work to do it. So you have to scour, let's say you're doing finance videos, right? Okay, you have to go scour Quora.com, go on Reddit, go on Discord, see what's the pain point about the finance content and make a video about it. 99% of the time, it's going to go viral. Simple. So if you're thinking ChatGPT is just what you're using in a business, bro, 12-year-olds in the high school, they know about ChatGPT. So if you are just thinking, I'm just going to use AI as just ChatGPT. No, it's not ChatGPT. AI is just more than ChatGPT. So you have to utilize every aspect of AI. For example, AI agents. AI agents is replacing, appointment setters.
They're replacing humans on the apps and stuff.
Bro, look at McDonald's, bro. We went from having employees, now there's just a big, huge screen. AI agents, bro, is taking over. Yeah. So you just have to position yourself to win, and eventually you're going to be there.
Yeah. So going viral, what are your top 3 your top 3 keys for someone to go viral.
You have to define what viral is, right?
No. To me, viral over 50K views.
All right. So you need to understand, okay, hey, what platform you're going to use? Okay, let's say Instagram,
Yeah,
right? Insta. What are people that doing all the time? Doom scrolling.
Yeah, like this.
They have no idea what they're doing. Oh, liking some post or liking some girl's post. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. Like it's just like doom scrolling.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, okay, how can you stop these people to watch your content? So for example, let's say you're doing a finance content. Everybody wants to make money, right? So if you're like, hey, stop, I'm going to teach you exactly how to make 10K a month. Ooh, that's a hard one, right?
Yeah, catchy.
Or catchy. Or you might say, hey, are you tired of watching your internet gurus? Stop, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. So everybody's watching these internet gurus, right? They're thinking, oh, they're going to learn
But
something.
I want to be internet guru. But I'm asking you, a 20-year-old who's in the space, who does content. Me, as a 35-year-old older man, I want to be internet guru, and I want to make a course. Seriously, what do you have to say about this?
I think people are tired of watching guru style content, because if you see my content YouTube, like if you go on my YouTube channel, I don't do fancy animation stuff. I just make it raw reality. Of course you can sell a course, but I'm not telling you cannot sell a course, but people tend to buy from a guy who puts emotions into place. I don't want to have animations popping up every single here, right, left, catching the dopamine hits.
Do you think I'm possible for that?
I wouldn't suggest to.
Not course.
I mean, you can see, the one thing I can tell you to make, by the way, all of you guys listening at home, the only way to make money online, and the more money you can make online, is by selling a course. Oh, you got upset, bro? That's the only way, bro.
I hear many people saying, don't make a course, don't sell a course like this.
Maybe they're broke. They have no money in the bank account.
Maybe.
Who are you taking advice from?
Maybe.
Because I've been working with guys who are doing info product, which is selling information online.
Yeah, I want to sell information.
Yeah.
Because alhamdulillah, I have a lot of information,
Drop
especially
a course.
about this
I was
Dubai.
talking about you in the behind the scenes, bro. Drop a course. I'm going to help you create one. We're going to do info product and run the entire system for you. Because that's the only way to make it. It's not the only way. You can do e-commerce, but like, hey, you want to make big money, bro? Sell a course. Nobody tells you, right? Sell a course, bro. I'm telling you, you make a lot of money, especially in the finance niche, bro. Like if you teach people how to make money online, I can go right now and create raw reality of content. Like in the next 2 years, if I garner all those attention, even if I have 2K subscribers and I'm dropping raw reality of making 10K a month, I can easily make like 100K a month just by selling course. Just by selling course. I'm having a paid community. So info product is the way to go, especially in 2025.
Do you think that your generation, your age group, let's say 16 to 24, do you think that they're more inclined to buying courses than others? Or do you think that you guys have this specific, because you guys really know the internet like inside and out. So do you think that you guys are more inclined to buying courses and being involved in this content creation type of thing? Do you think this is like a career that is more targeted for you guys and that you guys are more interested in? Like I don't really see many 16-year-olds working at McDonald's anymore.
Yeah, you know why? Because people are tired to go to college. They don't want to go to college because, bro, market.
What about you?
Well, I don't go to college. I just go for the namesake. I just skip a lot of days, to be honest. And just because I locked in my business, I'm just going for the sake of my mom because she needs a degree and she supports me, right? She supports me. She wants me to become a successful entrepreneur, but at the same time get a degree. That's it. So I skip days. Yeah, of course I tell my mom as well, but I just make it to the exam. I get the good grades and it's fine.
And then you bounce.
So answering your question, market has already done the job for you. They already convinced the 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, hey, school is a scam, which by the way it is. They don't teach you anything about money, by the way. So now they are convinced. They say, hey, okay, this is the online space. I'm in this internet gold rush. By the way, internet is the next gold rush, right? Just like we had a California gold rush where people were migrating from one state to another in order to search gold. Internet is the same thing. We had NFTs, we had crypto in 2020.
Yeah, let's talk about it, bro.
Yeah, sure. So the internet is the next thing in the next gold rush, and you have to position yourself to win. So now the 19-year-old and all these kids, they know that hey, internet is the way to go, and I have to position myself to win. So they're convinced that hey, college is not going to give me the lifestyle. The college is not going to buy me a Lambo. They're not going to retire my mom. It's going to take years to be even at least buy a Lambo, right? Yeah. Which by the way, you don't even need, right? But just for the sake of example. But if you go in and say, hey, especially 19-year-old, and say, hey, I can actually teach you. No BS. I'm gonna exactly show you how to make 10K a month, bro. He's gonna of course buy your course. Like
Yeah.
he wanna learn, especially if you're selling some sort of skills, right? Copywriting, info, or funnel building, editing. These type of things are skills, right?
Yeah.
So of course people want to buy information because it should be legit information. Because
Legit,
there's
yeah.
a lot of scammers.
Mm.
Good, like quick PSA there. So I've seen people like who are faking it. Right? I work with people who actually they are not millionaires, but they are just social media millionaires. I know because I work with these people, bro. I know behind the scenes what they're doing. So they will just rent a Lambo for a week or so. They create a bunch of content, and they're gonna just boost it out. So you have to know who you're learning from. You gotta just do your research, pick one guy, learn from it, learn from one or two guys, and in your niche who's gonna do much better for for your future, and learn from him.
Yeah.
And don't learn a bunch of because nobody knows. Don't learn from a 19-year-old who's gonna show you how to live life.
Yeah. That's wild. So what about you talked about crypto, Bitcoin over 100K. Imagine we're on a podcast where we're saying Bitcoin's over 100K. I even put on my status today that you're Mr. Bitcoin. Meet up when Bitcoin is at all-time highs, because a little pass, a little information about how we met. We should tell the people, because many people are gonna say Abdul Mohsen or Darren or American in Dubai is on the podcast with 20-year-old guy. Like, what is he doing? You guys don't understand. I was invited to, or not invited. I was at an event. And it was a crypto event. Was it a dinner? It wasn't even a dinner.
It was a lunch, yeah.
It was a lunch.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the table shy to go eat the food. And Owais and his friend Sid, they come. Sid actually has a banging podcast out there with Mr. Jamie Hatham,
amazing.
who I did episode 10 with. So they're there at the table. I'm there at the table, and we're all three like shy to go eat. And then I'm like, let's go. So we went and we got our food together. And then we ate, and we started talking, and we realized, wow, you guys, I was very shocked and amazed at these two. What was this, last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago,
2
bro.
years ago, yeah. I was amazed, absolutely amazed by these two, how much knowledge they had, the fact that they were involved in investments and crypto and NFTs, and they knew everything. I was just amazed. So obviously we exchanged numbers, and 2 years later we're here on the podcast. And alhamdulillah, I'm gonna say, I'm not trying to like boost you up or anything, but he's grown over the last 2 years in regards to his efforts and his mission and branching out from just crypto investments and doing the marketing agencies. Big kudos, bro. Big kudos.
Appreciate it.
And we're gonna definitely do some work for my content.
For real, bro.
I want to shift the topic a little bit. Tell us about Fujairah, bro. What's out there? What's your favorite place to eat out there? Is there like a beach? Is there hotels? What's in Fujairah? Because nobody doesn't know. No one talks about Fujairah. What's going on out there?
About the restaurants, let me tell you a story. There are not good restaurants out there.
Really?
Really. Listen, the story, right? Me and my mom, we almost like every month we go to a fancy restaurant.
In Fujairah?
In Fujairah. So we go to Chili's, we go to, some expensive restaurant there.
Chili's is fancy?
I mean, just
No,
me as a 19-year-old, bro.
Yeah.
By the way, when I made my first money, I took my mom to Chili's.
Good.
So that was a good one for me.
It's American branch. Good.
Yeah. So there are other not Dubai kind of expensive, because you come here in Dubai, but like, oh, when did that happen? Money for like. So they're like not kind of good restaurants, and eventually we ran out of restaurants. We don't know where to go.
Oh, now.
Yeah. So there are no Fujairah, if you're watching this, you gotta just level up your restaurant game. So there's I want to go to good restaurant, but in Fujairah there's none. So I have to drive all the way to Dubai to go to some downtown restaurant, Khana Cafe or something like that.
Yeah. What do you think about the restaurant that we had earlier?
That was fire, bro.
It was fire.
Fire. Amazing, bro. I wish they had it in Hijrah, bro.
We might as well say where we went. Like, we went with a big shout out to Taz, one of the food bloggers, mega food blogger here in Dubai. He does food blogs, and he invited us, or me, he invited us, to the for the food blog, and we collabed with him. So it was like, it's like, this is a new thing that I'm going to tell people. It's like an influencer or content creator two different spaces. So for me, I'm a content creator about real estate, about moving to Dubai, about information, whatever, like my life, lifestyle vlogs and stuff. And he's a food blogger. Like we're in two totally different things. I do podcasts as well. And we came together because people know me from TikTok and people know me from Instagram and people know him. So coming together is nice. Like me coming onto his side and maybe bringing him over to the podcast. And like it's good to cross with different content creators and things like that. So obviously we were there, but that was banging. But more about Fujairah. Is there a beach there?
Amazing beaches, bro. I love
Really?
it. Yeah. The one thing I like about Fujairah is the nature, right? Nature's mountains, beaches. Fujairah is actually a good, like, peaceful place. Like, if you want to go outside the city, because Dubai is just, it's
busy.
just busy where like it's messed up. So if you want good peace of mind, come to Fujairah, go to Ras Al Khaimah, like these kind of places. And that's the reason, a lot of, by the way, Sid was telling me, I think a month or so, last year, I guess, he said, you got to move to Dubai. I was like, hell nah, bro, I'm not moving to Dubai.
He told you to move here?
Yeah. He was like, bro, you got to come to Dubai. I was like, bro, I'm not coming to Dubai. The thing is, right, I just want peace of mind.
Remotely, aren't you? You're working remotely, so you don't have to come.
I don't have to come. I just like peace of mind. That's what I want, And I don't need buzzing city, noises, pollution, all those sort of things. Yeah, I will just come, for a good dinner or some, spend a day, a few days, stay in a hotel.
A good dinner, come down, hit a podcast, stay in a hotel, and bounce back, yeah?
Sure. So, yeah, that's what it is, That's the goal. But I just, I think Fujairah is the best place, to be honest, yeah. But if you just level up the restaurant game, it would be better.
Yeah. So, another thing that I wanted to dive into is, are you in university?
Yeah, I go to college.
You go to college out there?
Yeah.
What about renting out there? Is it expensive? Because I do real estate. Is it expensive?
It's cheap.
Is it off-plan coming
it's
there
cheap,
as well?
It's cheap,
like
bro.
they're building
The problem with Fujairah is that only locals, the Emiratis, can buy it.
So GCC only.
Yeah, not only the Emiratis, only the local UAE citizens. So unlike Dubai, anyone can come.
Anyone can come
and buy real estate. In Fujairah, it's just like you are just like, as an Emirati owner, you can only own flats and villas, and you have to just basically give a rent to the owner. So I think that's Dubai. Fujairah is not in place for investment. If you want to make big money, you come to Dubai, bro. Go to Sharjah.
But what about renting there? Like if you're
it's
living
cheap.
there, what's cheap? For like 2-bedroom.
I mean, you pay around 2K max a month.
2K?
Yeah.
Dirham?
Yeah.
24,000 dirham a year?
Yeah. Decent one apart. But if you want something like kind of high quality luxury, then of course the prices goes to like 70K. Actually, one of my dream home I want to move to there's one apartment called CG apartment. That goes for about 75K. It has like 2 rooms, private theater, sauna, patio.
Inside the apartment?
Inside, yeah.
In Fujairah?
In Fujairah. So that's where I'm planning to move this year.
So this is amazing because normally I have people on the podcast from Dubai, outside of the country, different places, wherever. But you actually been out there chilling, cooling it. You're out there and you're like...
Chilling, bro.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So you did say before we started, throw you some controversial questions, yeah?
Throw it. I'm all up for it, bro.
What do you think? Like, because we're going to talk about this, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? What would your advice be to other young men that's 20 that may be scared to get married early because they think I don't have enough money in the bank? Tell me.
Well, I'm not in the position to advise anybody at the moment.
Okay,
but
nice. But we can still talk about it.
I would say something. Hey, we are no longer living in a generation where, you can marry someone and think that, okay, later on money is going to come. I don't mean the Quran, it says...
No, money is going to come or not going to come?
It's going to come. Because that's what the Quran says, that, Allah will provide sustenance for you and for your family.
Yes.
So a lot of people just take that as an example and say, hey, I can marry broke and then Allah is going to give me sustenance. Well, that doesn't work that way. You have to work. You have to make yourself up. You have to work every single day, hustle, grind, retire your mom, give her the best life first. Give her the best life, give what she deserves, and then think about marriage. Because guess what, bro? You are marrying someone's daughter, right? You are going out there talking to her father, saying, I'm going to take care of her. And then you come take her and then you give her life as hell. That's not worth it, bro. You're ruining someone's life. So for me, I'm a big philosopher. Like, this is my philosophy, right? Be the best version of myself. Make bunch of money. Retire my mom. Okay, give her the best life she deserves, and then think about marriage and kids. But my focus right now is to just level up, be the best version of myself. Don't focus on relationship and all those sort of things. And yeah,
That's good. That's good. That's good. You know, that's why I told you before that I thought you were older than you were. And I think that's because you have big responsibility. Like clearly from what you said, you have big responsibilities that you were forced to be a man early. You looking after your mom, being like, are you the only
I'm the
child?
only son. Yeah,
Only son. You have sisters?
no siblings,
No siblings.
No.
Only child.
only child.
See, yeah. So that's the reason why when we first met, I got the vibe. The Aura farm was there. The Aura farm was there. Like, I don't know why when I say Aura farm now, I'm just thinking of like, these video games where like the numbers are like just going tick, 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 tick.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Aura farm was there. It was, the vibe was like, this guy's pretty mature, And then, but yeah, that explains it.
And by the way, the right woman will come. You don't have to chase. You just have to become the best version of yourself, and God will send you. The more amount of work.
But when it's sent, you can't be rejecting or denying or running away. You have to be also a man as well, and take it, take it. But when the opportunity comes, but what I would say is that I agree with you. Say like, you have a good head on your shoulders for someone who's 20. That you must work. You must. Make sure your family is good and this and that before you go ahead and take someone's daughter. 100%,
Exactly.
I agree. But also, when someone else comes, they come with risk. They come with their own provisions. Children come with their own risk, and so do wives as well. They come with their risk, especially when you do something which is halal for the sake of Allah. Then more risk and more blessings will come from that. I'm sure. I'm a living example with my big family that I have.
Mashallah.
So, with that being said, that's good. That's good. Let's do because because like season 3 is not about moving to Dubai, so I'm like kind of like winging it how I'm gonna like make the podcast go like this. 5 countries. If you can go to any 5 countries in the world, where would you go? Travel. You don't have a budget, bro. You don't have a budget. Nothing is stopping you. Where are you going?
Tough one.
Because the comments are gonna go at you if you don't give the country their country, and then you ask me, I'll tell you mine.
Okay. I would say Wales, one of the countries.
Wales?
Yeah, it's like in the UK.
UK.
Yeah, it's like nature and all those things.
Wales.
Wales, yeah.
Okay, one Wales.
Switzerland is one of them.
Switzerland.
I would say somewhere in. What would it be? It's a tough question, man. Switzerland, France. France is there.
France.
Wales, yeah.
France, Switzerland, and Wales so far. Okay.
Okay. How many had left? One, right?
You got 2 left.
2 left. Okay.
Anywhere you can go, no budget. No
You want me to
visa.
stay there or like just visit? Like
Visit, no visa stoppage either.
I would say California, one of them.
US.
US. And
Don't be afraid to say it. Go ahead and say it. No one will judge you.
I want to visit some countries in Africa, North Africa.
Okay.
I think they have some good culture over there. Maybe
Which one in particular? Because they got Tunisia, they got
Yeah,
Egypt,
Tunisia, Morocco.
Algeria.
Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt. I think these are cool places. Oh, South Africa, one of them.
Yeah. So the 5th one would be what?
Let's do South Africa, bro.
Okay, we'll do South Africa. Good. For me, this is not moving. This is not about Hijrah.
Okay.
This is not to move there or live there. This is just pure vacation. Like, boom, the money's in my account. The ticket, the money's in my account. There's no visa stuff. Americans can enter on visa. And where I would go, the first country I would want to visit, and this is recent. It's been like I've been feeling I want to go there. Thailand. I would love to visit Thailand. Second, I would love to go. This is very controversial. India.
Ooh.
Thailand, and then India. Then I want to go someplace in Africa. Yes. I want to go to Nigeria.
Okay.
Another place in Africa. I want to go to Morocco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't see
Morocco.
that coming.
And then the other place I want to go, Colombia. I want to go Colombia. Not because I'm passport bros or anything like
Okay,
that,
I got
or like American passport bros
I
or
got the
anything. If
gist, bro.
anybody understands what that means, I don't. Not because of that reason, but because I have like this one app. It's called Be Real. Is it? Yeah, Be Real. And you like all the time, like a timer comes, and then you have to like take a photo of like whatever you Be Real at the time. And I don't know how, but a lot of my followers are from Colombia, Norway, Egypt, I think, different places and things
One
like
of the
that.
one of the countries I would like to visit first is Umrah, like Saudi Arabia, Mecca.
Have you been?
Nah, I've never
Bro,
been.
it's very easy.
I gotta go.
Do you
bro.
know how easy it is to go to? I'm gonna do this for the
I
camera.
want to go with my mom one day
Yeah.
this year.
Guys, do you know how easy it is to go to Umrah from the UAE? It's as simple as just going ahead and booking your flight on the line, booking your hotel. You can do it same day. Get in the ihram, going, take the flight, go to your hotel, drop your stuff, go, boom, doom, Umrah, and come right back. And you can do this all for under 2,000 dirham.
Really,
Easy. Easy.
one of my goals is to go, like actually want to go to Umrah like
Yeah.
this year.
It's very
Go.
easy to go Umrah.
My mom is like, son, we gotta go Umrah. We gotta go. I was like, inshallah, we gotta go this year.
Yeah, definitely. But the main thing is the intention. But just having the intention and then just doing it. Like every time I've gone from here, I've just gone on my computer, book, same day.
I've heard,
12 o'clock I book, 9 o'clock I fly.
I've heard,
Every time I've gone from here, same day I make the decision. I don't make the decision when I wake up. I make it while I'm awake.
but I've heard like stories that there sometimes it gets rejected because it's not the time Allah wants you to come. Like I don't know. if
That happened to me one time.
Yeah.
One time I tried to go and my visa was, I think I had like my wife and kids visas on hold or something. And I went to the airport and something with the visa. And they were like, if you leave, you need to cancel all the visas. And I was like, not going, not going this time. I changed the flight and then I went another time. That definitely did happen one time. But generally it's quite, if your visa status is intact, it's very easy to go to Umrah. It's very easy.
Inshallah.
If you're on, okay, khalas, let's do something else. You're on Umrah.
Okay.
You're in front of the Kaaba.
Okay.
What's the first thing you ask Allah for?
To give me wisdom, to give me success in this life and the afterlife, to give me the best, and my mom the best life ever in this world. Give me keep her safe, give her good health, and pray for my Muslim ummah, bro. Because I think a lot of people are suffering in a lot of places, and pray for them. Make dua for people like my friends and people for everybody, right? But most importantly, to have success in this world and hereafter. Because guess what? The success in this world is worth nothing than compared to, in the hereafter.
Yeah.
Because
You
that's
know the
ultimate
dua
goal.
that you make when you're on Umrah? Rabbana atina
Fi
fid
dunya
dunya
hasana
hasana
wa
wa
fil
fil
akhirati
akhirati hasana wa
wa qina
qina
adhaban
adhaban nar. This is the dua you make when you're there. And this is pretty much what you're saying. Subhanallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow for you to go to Umrah
Ameen, bro.
and accept it from you when you get there.
Ameen.
Don't forget me and your du'as when you're there.
Of course, bro.
Inshallah.
Everybody,
Yeah,
bro. No
definitely.
worries.
Definitely. So we've talked about so far. We've talked about your career. We talked about Fujairah. Talked about where we want to go. We talked about marriage. Talked about that. What do you have any questions for me? You're welcome to ask me questions.
I'm
I
your
feel
guest,
like
so I don't
I
know.
feel like I'm interrogating you.
No, I feel
Yeah.
like I like people asking me questions, and I'm your guest, so
Yeah.
go on. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
It's cool. I'm cool with it, bro.
I can throw you more curveballs.
More, bro. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So, what do you remember about the UK? When was the last time you were there, and what do you remember about the UK?
The last time I was there was when I was 10 years old or something. And I was with my mom. We were like going around going through London Eye, London Bridge. It was a good memories. You know, I was a kid at that time, didn't know much about it, but I would like to go back. Yeah, I would like to go and visit and have a house. In fact, by the way, my mom, we had a good conversation, I think, a couple of days ago between me and my mom, and she was like, son, we gotta have at least a good house in UK. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have it in Wales. As I said, Wales is one of the countries I want to go.
Yeah.
Have a good mansion, have a good farm, have horses, have kids running around.
Yeah.
Have a good happy family. So, yeah, have a good luxury, aesthetic family as well. That's one of my goals.
So, you said you were 10 when you went. And you remember it clearly. So that means you're a British passport
Yeah,
holder.
yeah,
You're a
of course.
British passport holder. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Dang, you're proper British then.
Oh yeah, of
Innit?
course. I don't need a visa to go anywhere
You don't need a visa to go anywhere.
except Arabic countries.
Arabic
Yeah.
countries. Can you speak Arabic?
Yeah, the local Arabic a little bit, but don't ask me.
I won't ask you, but you can speak
I can
Arabic.
speak,
But
yeah.
how did you pick it up?
I think it was mostly surrounding myself with people, because here's the thing, right? You are the byproduct of the people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
So from kindergarten to primary school, I was with locals, Emiratis, students, and the way they talked, I would understand a bit, because I would ask someone, I asked my friend, I said, what does he mean when he says this? So like having communications like that, which got me into learning into this Arabic culture and Arabic Emirati language, which I understand. If I have someone talking in Arabic, in Emirati linguistic, I can understand him, but not the Arabic that they talk in Egypt, or those are very tough, bro. So I
Yeah,
can
it's
understand
tough.
a dialect of UAE and how they talk, because I've been here. I've been here. I was raised here since I was 2 years old. I've been here, surrounded by self this culture, which mashallah is so good,
Yeah.
and I just evolved around that.
So look, I think wow. Now I have a different angle with the podcast. Now look, so
Okay.
how I want to talk to you about how was school for you here, one, and then two, um, would you say that you are more happy being raised because obviously you weren't raised in England, but you were raised here? Do you see from some of the friends you have online or some of the people that you meet and things like that? Do you see the benefit of you being raised here rather than if your mother raised you in the West?
That's a good question, and I think people ask me sometimes that why did you even come here? You left UK. People are dying to go to London. They're dying to get a UK, like they learned, go and study. I was like, okay, but you can't hear adhan at home, right? It's like depressing environment, right? Getting bullied just because you are brown English, or by the way, we get bullied here as well. Like I was bullied here in when I was in primary school by the locals, right? By the Emirati people, students, just because I was different, right? So I think one of the reasons
But that's always a blessing, though. Like now, when we get older and we look back at it,
Yeah.
when they bully you, it's like because you're different. Because
Yeah.
they wish that, oh wow, he's cool, he's different.
Yeah.
Like it was never that they were bullying you because they hated you. They
Yeah.
bullied you because they actually loved the fact that you were
I still
different.
have haters till this day. A lot of people hate on me, and I'm probably watching this podcast right now. They hate on me, and I'm doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I got a lot of haters, so I don't care. I just keep moving. But anyways, answering your question, I think one of the good things, like if you're a Muslim parent, you should raise your kids in a Muslim countries, like in UAE or Saudi or whatever, like Islamic countries. So raising your kids in like all those Western countries, they're gonna evolve around, especially what's happening in US. It's completely like in all these Western countries, it's like completely brainwashing kids. They're learning about transgender, bro. Are you serious? So this is completely like, bro, it's not a good thing. If you're a
Yeah.
Muslim, you should at least at least teach them good Islamic values at home. That's the minimum you can do.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah. Yeah. So you're alhamdulillah, you're happy that you were
Alhamdulillah.
raised here.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah. True. Everything does happen for a reason. So you would say that what the schooling is good was good here is good.
Yeah, it was good. Of course it was good. It depends on your budget, bro. The good thing about UAE is that it's available for every kind of person, whether you're middle class, upper class, or poor. Like you get education here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. What is one of your favorite things or memories that you have from being raised here? Because like you're probably one of the first people who I brought on who was actually raised here.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite interesting to know some of these kind of things.
One of the most favorite things. Okay, I gotta think about it, bro.
And okay, go.
No,
I'll
no,
let
go,
you
go,
process
go,
it.
no, no, get it,
Because I was
go.
gonna throw you a different curveball, tough one. So
Go.
have you been renewing your visa for every 2 years for the last
Yeah.
18 years?
So now I have a business visa, right? I actually, by the way, opened my second business in Hijrah, which is in women Owais clothing.
Okay.
So I'm a
You
business.
sell women's Owais clothing?
Yes, like stitching and sewing, all those things.
Yeah.
So I'm an owner of that. So I have a business visa.
Okay.
So yeah, but if you're a student, you have to renew your visa like every year or so. But yeah, that's how it works. For business owners, it's like every 2 years.
So you've been doing that?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Look, so we're going to shift it a little bit because we don't have too much time for the podcast. And what time is it? Oh my God, this is the latest podcast I've had. One of the latest. It's almost 10 o'clock, y'all. I'm tired. I ain't going to lie. I'm tired. So because this one is about finance, not about finance, but this series is about real estate, finance, business, jobs, all that good stuff. What's the quickest way to make money in 2025?
There is no quickest way to make money.
Oh, I want to make money quick. What is the quickest way to make money in 2025 from the young kids? You guys, because you guys, everything is fast for you guys. You guys lived a very fast life. You guys lived a fast, instant gratification. I want to know. Me, I'm 35. Tell me, what are the youngins doing? I want to know. Or farming. What is it? Tell me. Gen Z, tell me.
First thing, there's no such thing as quick, bro. Like, there's no rich quick scheme. I've been in the game for like 4 years now. I've been doing this like 16 and a half, 17 years old. So I've been in the game for a while, and 3 years, it took me 2.5 years to finally crack the code, right? So people are like, they come, and that's the reason most people don't make it in entrepreneur space, because they're like, oh, I saw this guy making 10K in 30 days. So I can just go do the exact same thing. He's teaching me how to do so. Bro, you don't understand. For him to make that 10K in 30 days, it took him 3 years. So you're going to think and sit in your couch and say, hey, I can do that in 30 days. It's not going to work that way, bro. So if you want to actually like learn the actual way to run a business, as I said, AI and content is going to take over. Actually, one of my friend, he's residing in Sharjah. He's killing with content, mashallah. Right? He's working with top crypto people, entrepreneurs in the online space, and building him, as I said, he's doing the similar to my stuff, doing exactly like supply chain of content, idea generation, scripting, editing thumbnails, building info product, all those of things. So it takes time, bro. It takes an effort, time, skills. And if you don't, you know what? I'm going to drop a sauce here.
Drop the sauce because I really want to know.
This is what your guru is they're not going to teach you about, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
For you to make money, right? Listen, for you to make money online, you got to stack up skills, right? The more skills you have, the more money you're going to make. What do I mean by that? You got to learn marketing, sales, right? Info product, how the funnel works, how to build a community, right? The backend systems, email marketing, all those of things. These are the components of business. How are you going to go and, in a Zoom call and close a $10,000 or at least let's say $2K a month client retainer basis? You got to be good at sales, bro, right? So the more skills you have, the more money you're going to make. The marketplace is going to reward you. Do this, right? 2025, we're almost halfway there, right? 6 months.
We are halfway there.
6 months. In the next 6 months, go learn some certain skills. Stack up the skills, right? Go learn marketing, go learn negotiation, go learn sales. Do something like pick one skill and be so good at it. And then in the marketplace, you go out there and say, hey, Mr. John, I can do this for you for free. For free, by the way, okay? For free. Because a lot of people out there they want to make money quick. They want to make money quick.
Me, I'm charging.
You got to go and do it for free. That's how I scaled my business to, multiple 5 figures a month.
I know. I already know. I'm just letting them know.
You got to do for free, bro. Go stack up some skills. Go learn how to do email marketing. Go learn how to build funnels. Go learn how to do, you have to provide some sort of value. Stack up some skills and just offer it for free. Trust me, in the next 6 months, if you don't make a dime, you come back to me, I'm going to exactly pay you $1,000. Do it. I'm challenging everybody there. Next 6 months, stack up any skill. right? Stack up any skills. Go in the market, provide it for free, and if they like it, they're gonna of course like it because you're so good at it.
Yeah.
Imagine this: if I learn email marketing, and I said, let's say copywriting, right? If I learn copywriting, I can actually make a good copy for you for your funnel
Yeah.
that's gonna convert.
Mm.
So I'm gonna do it for free. Imagine this guy makes 5K out of that just copy, like the funnel.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think he's gonna hire me? Wouldn't think he's gonna give me commission out of it?
Yeah.
Of course he is,
100%. 100%.
So you gotta prove yourself in the market because now you're no longer living in that dopamine market. Like you just go and like pitch Facebook advertising, which nobody's gonna buy from local business owners. From you, by the way, you're pitching because a lot of people they pitch this Facebook as FB ads to business owners, brick and mortar businesses, thinking and asking for a retainer. That's not gonna work, bro. You have to prove yourself in the market. Why should I hire you? I get DMs from editors. I have my own YouTube channel. I don't edit my content, and they're like, "Oh, I can actually. This is my portfolio. I do this and that, bro. Do you think I'm gonna respond to these people? No, bro. I don't respond to it. What value do you have for me? So now think as this a bigger scale. You're reaching out to someone who's like 50K followers, 100K followers. You're gonna go and just directly pitch? No, you gotta provide value first.
True.
And that's how you're gonna scale to multiple 5 figures.
And I think before we wrap it up, I think you are speaking the truth. Let me tell you why. Because I had a guy who was a student of my friend. And the same stuff you're talking about, funneling, information product, webinar, email list, marketing, scripting, copywriting, the whole shebang. He was doing all of it, yeah? He was doing it for free.
Here you go.
Free. When I tell you for free, he was doing it for free. And then it got to a point to where he stopped. It got to a point to where he stopped. And now I wish that I had him back so that I would pay him to have him still there because he was doing such a good job. And yeah, I think you're right. 100% you're right because like it really was a huge benefit. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like twiddling my thumbs and I'm like, I need that service. So
they'll call you stupid,
Yeah.
They're like, we're doing it for free, bro. You're doing it for free.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm telling you, I wish I had the guy back. I would pay him. That's the thing. That's how good he was. So yeah, man. Appreciate you. You see my phone is ringing.
Yeah.
Guys, that was the 21st episode with Owais. I'm happy to be back doing the podcast thing. Good to have you on. If you want to say any last message to the people, go ahead. You can. Your camera is there. I'm half asleep, man.
My only message for you guys watching this is to be the best version of yourself. Trust me. Because you have responsibility, especially to men. My main audience is men, and youngers watching this. Be responsible, be accountable for everything you do, because your parents are working. They are a slave in the system, right? You have to make sure to give the best life as much as possible because they deserve the best, right? And you'd stop hanging out with losers, friends who's not going to motivate you. The reason my circle is small is because I have quality people, right? So make sure you surround yourself with good people, become the best version of yourself. That's all I want, bro. That's all I want from you guys.
Yeah.
That's it. Become the best version of yourself.
Alhamdulillah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Turn on that bell notification. And if you're not subscribed, it's a crime. So go ahead.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. All right, man. That was Aura Farming session 1. Appreciate you, bro. All right, guys. Salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.